get interactive. Grab your phone, tablets, and laptops. Hey.
Hello, Stephen.
What's up?
Oh, well, you know, everybody has been looking in one direction today.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Can you imagine? Have you been there?
I haven't been there. I'm kind of afraid to go there. Some of the comments I have heard from reporters who have been there are terrifying, so I'm being careful.
Yeah. Have you lived in a slum?
No, I haven't.
Would you ever have lived there? Right. Right. I don't know. I should let you be. So let's hear what you have.
Well, as Steve has described, it has been an eventful day. And who knew how far the biggest demolition of a slum in this country would go? I mean, protests to the State House and Flagstaff House, tear gas bombing, all of this exciting stuff. I mean, people have been injured in all of that. Wow. And it was all because apparently there was no notice. Well, this is what AMA boss Alfred Vanderpoy had to say about that.
A year ago, when they set the whole place here on fire, I came here with my works director and I gave them warning that they should stop and shouldn't build it. They built. You understand? So this is the moment I've given them. I've been in office for 7 years. Of those 7 years, every day I've given them a warning.
We'll bring your views on that and also how the new transport fare hikes are treating you. Yes, those fare hikes have taken effect today. My name is Jennifer Jane Asante and this is Joy News Interactive. Join the show. Tell us what has been happening as you followed the news as it broke on social media. This is how you can do it. Look us up on Facebook. You can find us by using the handle Joy News on TV. That's facebook.com/Joy News on TV. Or use that same name on Twitter. That's twitter.com/Joy News on TV, where we tweet at JN Interactive GH. If you want to send us an email, that's the long way around. You can do that by sending it to joynewsim@multitvworld.com. However, WhatsApp is much quicker and you can send it to the number 054-010-9009. We will read your comments in real time as long as you add your name and where you're sending that message from. Now let's get right into it, shall we? Now it all started over the weekend, but the demolition of Old Fadama slum, which is popularly known as Sodom and Gomorrah, has been a headache for many governments. Finally, the Accra boss, Alfred Vanderpoy, took charge of the situation and said enough is enough.
As Chief Executive of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, I have an equal responsibility to all the people of Accra. Last 2 weeks, we lost 159 souls. They had rights. You understand? The people who are living on this, what we call it in the middle, they have rights. They have rights. The right that I have towards them is public safety. January, I came here and I spent over 4 million Ghana cedis to clean the edges of the Koli. That time I gave them warning. A year ago, when they set the whole place here on fire, I came here with my works director and I gave them warning that they should stop and shouldn't build it. They built. You understand? So this is the moment I've given them. I've been in office for 7 years. Of those 7 years, every day I've given them a warning.
But what happens to the 72,000? Well, that is a lot of people living in one place. What happens to the 72,000 people affected by the demonstration? I mean, we know that some of them went on demonstration already, and some of them went home. Well, they started leaving. My colleague Ridwan Osman was at the bus station to see them off, and this is what he found.
Well, we understand this is a very unusual sight here at the Accra Tamale Agbogbloshie Lorry Park. You can see scores of people gathered here, and they all have one mission. They are going to their hometown as a result of the demolition exercise by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. I'm told they are numbering over 500. So I'm here to talk to one of the big men actually at the station to find out from him how he's going to deal with the numbers. How many buses are available?
Just only 10 buses we are arranged to come. But as of now, 4 buses are around. But we are still needing more buses.
How many people have you sent so far?
Uncountable. We can't count them because we are not counting them. But the buses was taking 60 passengers, sometimes 45, 50. So yesterday, like 10 buses to go.
All right, so I have Ridwan Karim Dini here with me, and this was yesterday.
Yes.
Right, so how many people do you estimate have left today?
Well, as of yesterday when we got there, we were told by those at the GPRTU that over 500 people are stranded or were stranded at the place. But this morning when I called the man I spoke to, he indicated that they've been able to send over 300. So we have around 200 people still stranded at the Accra Tamale station at Agbogbloshie.
Accra Tamale, are they all going to Tamale or are they going beyond Tamale?
Well, they come from diverse backgrounds, but majority of them come from the northern regional capital, which is Tamale. And so, I mean, all the people that I was able to talk to yesterday, told me they were going to Tamale.
Okay.
But I believe these are people who live in areas within Tamale.
Okay, so not Tamale itself.
Exactly, yeah. Areas
around
within,
it.
Yeah, communities within Tamale.
Okay, I mean, from what I hear, I haven't been there myself, but from what I hear, Tamale is a pretty nice place. I'm just wondering why they wouldn't stay there and come all the way down here to Accra.
Well, JJ, this is the same question I asked them yesterday. That I mean, the northern region is the biggest. A lot of opportunities abound in there, and so why would you then would want to come here? And they tell me that because of the climate change, farming, which is very predominant there, it's no longer lucrative. I mean, they toil so hard to, go into farming, and at the end of the day, the proceeds are nothing to write home about. And so they feel that there are greener pastures here. But they come and they realize that indeed the grass is not really greener here in Accra. And so this time around, they have decided to go back to Accra, go back to their hometowns, hoping that they will be able to eke out a living there.
Okay, well, we've been talking to people on the streets to find out what they think about the demolition in Sodom and Gomorrah, and this is what they had to say.
If you are doing that, you have to find a place for them before you do that. Because now you've cleared them. Where are you expecting them to stay? Where do you want them to stay? Because now they don't have anywhere to go. They are on the streets. Those people, can start to, do something else in the country, to kill, rob, do a whole lot of things because they want to survive now.
To me, that is the best thing government should have done. They should have done it long ago, because that is not a settlement area. It's where the water passes. So what they did was wrong. But I think they are giving them some time. As for man, they've given them time. They still ask for more time.
I think the people should not complain about it because they already informed them before they come and demolish. Once they inform you, you should have taken measures that you go and live somewhere so that the government can do something. Because they demolish it because they want to do something right. They will not come and demolish only that they do something that is not good for the country or the society,
That area is there is a project on there since 7 years or 8 years. Because of those people, that's why the project hang around. So it's a good idea.
I mean, for the government to sack them, because the way they have put up the structures over there is not fine.
I'll be telling you more about what you have been saying on the issue when we come back from the break. All right, so Alfred Okovandapoy says he has been in office for 7 years. Every day he has given warning. This is what he said about the demolition of Old Fadama without prior notice, as the residents claim. That was on Facebook. We put that up, and these are the comments. I have James Ejay Oheming saying, "You've done the job, no need for explanation, kudos." Junior Loves Camry says, "Too much, just too much impunity in the motherland. You go and squat at the place without anyone's concern, and we look on as disaster upon disaster bedevils us. I don't want to believe that they wanted to be there forever. Well, drastic actions are always needed when need be. I'm not a fan of the mayor, but after 7 years, well, not even me will allow a lady to keep my proposal that long. Ghana will arise again. God bless us all." Sester Lester says, "Allow Oko to do his work. He's doing a wonderful work. No amounts of insults can stop him now." You know, it's kind of refreshing to hear all of this for the mayor, because usually everyone's just bombarding him. He's getting some support now. We have Matthew saying, "If it's without notice..." Oh, my apologies. I'm told it's Lord Mayor. So Matthew, "If it's without notice, then it's unacceptable, and it can happen only in Ghana." Ivan says, "When it must be done well. Boss, if you do good, then go whisper. And the ones who just talk, your good deeds will end your results. Mind them not. Just humans, just focus." Isaac Akwete says, "I can hardly point to any significant achievements of yours over the 7-year administration of Accra. However, after demolishing the hideout for those criminals and rogues, I am now proud of you. All right-thinking people in the society are solidly behind you, sir." Jojo Kobina says, "What happened to resettlement as discussed earlier? What happened to the guideline on forced evictions? What happened to not evicting people in bad weather? Many questions. Sounds like a human rights activist to me." I can take 2 more comments and then I'll just skip to WhatsApp. Abeko Krenso at Mankesim says, "As for me, I don't trust that Oko Vanderpoy man. He's not trustworthy at all." Oh, Abeku. Why? And I'll take Charles Opokubasing, who says, "It's high time Ghanaians stood up for the truth. The mayor is right, and for once let's applaud his effort for putting aside the interests of his party and carrying out this exercise. Hashtag Sodom and Gomorrah must go." Okay, God knows Billy is here, so I have to read this one. This is not about notice anymore. It's about the positive impact that demolition will have on many people by curbing/reducing the flood. My sister is also staying there, but the right thing must be done. She must leave. Okay. We'll take that one and move on to WhatsApp. God knows, I hope you're going to give your sister somewhere to stay. She's homeless now, you know, right? All right. So moving on to WhatsApp, there are so many WhatsApp comments coming in. Forgive me if I don't read yours, there are just so many. Here we go. Starting from this one, it's from Lord Kenrick, and he's sending his message in from Saula. It's simple, says, "Sometimes we need to do things with a bit of human touch or feelings." Peter says, "Joy News is the best. You guys should keep it up." Thank you very much, Peter. I wish you had said something about the demolition, though. Oh, this one is talking about the demolition. Says, "Well, the demolition is long overdue. However, there has been conflicting statements by the authorities concerned on how the exercise was carried out. Are they afraid of losing votes rather than carrying out a more sustainable activity to save Mother Ghana? We must be serious as citizens and put our political leaders on their toes to their responsibilities. Unfortunately, no name, and I don't know where you're sending it from. Let's find out who else is talking. Philemon from Tumu says the government should rebuild the old Fadama and do same to the president's own people in the 3 northern regions. I'm not sure what he means by doing same to the president's own people in the 3 northern regions, but Ajara in Techiman has an opinion. He says, Ghana, whatever you do, people will complain. The right thing must be done. Nana Yao of Kumasi Edukrom says the demolition that when was on was good, but before it was about to take place, the AMA should have given them further notice and given them accommodation. Now we should ask ourselves where they're going to sleep since they are homeless. Please, the government should put measures in place for them. Okay, I have a comment here about drivers charging outrageous fares. I'll read it only if you add your name and where you're sending it from when I get to that segment. Aben from Japa says the mayor is doing his work, so let's give him our support. And somebody is asking when the prosecution for negligence and mass murder will start. I'm not sure what you're talking about, and you haven't added your name either, so moving on. Wow. Coming in fast and thick. Please add your name and where you're coming from, because I won't read it if I don't know. And this is the last one on WhatsApp on this topic. It's Alex Barima from Akachi. He says, Old Fadama demolition is in place, but they need relocation because they stayed there for a long time. And now I am moving on to talk about something else. The Sodom and Gomorrah demolition almost overshadowed the fact that today was the very first day that the transport fare hike price hike, took place. Did you take commercial transportation today? Did you sit in a trotro or a taxi this morning, this evening? Was there change in the regular price? How did it affect you? Well, we've been out and about, and this is what we found.
The transport fare is going to be increased already, so there's no discrimination or there's no argument about the fare. We already knew, so we have accepted it. I was coming from Kaswa. Before it was 2 cedi 40 pesos, but now it's 2 cedis 80 pesos. They've added 40 pesos to it, and some people added 30 pesos.
If you want to take the new fare, right, you should let us know. You can take the old one, then maybe next time you take the new one. But if just chip in to take the new fare, the passengers will accept because they will be arguing with you.
It is even difficult to find job in this country, and then now the prices, the fare prices are going high and all that. So I mean, it's very, very, very devastating. But we just have to take it like that.
It affected me in any level because my business itself, I know they make it because of the transportation. I will go buy goods finish. If I come for pit, make I enter car, all my money go take my all my money transportation. Then they take all.
I'm a student, and the increment in transportation has really affected me. Now I spend so much to go to school. I think if the government can do something about it, it will be okay.
All right, so those were the people we met on the street. How about you? Earlier today we posted on Facebook, we asked, did you see any trotro fights today because of the price hikes? We asked you to take a picture or a video and send it to us either via Facebook or on WhatsApp. And so let's take a look at your comments. We have God knows Billy telling us it was not easy. Oh. I've spent so much of my limited time to prevent people from fighting in 3 different cars today. I don't blame the drivers and the passengers, but the economy. Though they wasted my time, it was funny as well. Franklin is laughing like crazy over there. And Daniel says no fight. They rather want to fight the president because he increased the fuel prices and not the passenger. Ilyasu Haruna Tamale says the price hikes are yet to take effect in Tamale. There's expected to be a free-for-all fight between passengers and drivers. This is what happens when a government doesn't care about the plight of the citizenry. Samuel Gamo says Ghanaians don't like a good thing. They prefer to die and get their families compensated. Please allow the leaders to do their work. Mohammed says there are fights. And Richard Bauer says not really, but it would be weird to fight over fares. Whatever may happen, we have to bear it like that. And Abeku Krentel simply says ADA. All right. So all right, I have some WhatsApp comments. This one is saying, please, Mr. President, reduce the transport for us. I don't have a name or where it's coming from. And I have one here from Goka Dela in Tamale. It says, Ghana, only heaven knows where we are going. Maybe we'll get there by public transport. And more, okay. If you're going to send me a message, this one is from Louis Asare from Akimoda. It says, in fact, I believe this fare hike will affect we the university students when school resumes. All right, he's talking about something that will happen in the future. Let's talk about what's happening in the here and now. What's trending?
So it's the Monday after Father's Day, and fathers are still trending on the hashtag things my dad will say, and also the demolition of Sodom and Gomorrah or Old Fadama is also trending on Twitter. So let's find out what people are saying, starting with hashtag things my dad will say. Okay, so let's start off with this first tweet from Genghis Khan, who his is actually a dialogue between him and his father, and he says, Dad, I'm broke, and his father responds, Numunciona chen or pebre. Hashtag things my dad will say. Kuku J, who tweets at I_Floki, says, hashtag things my dad will say. He quotes his dad, who touched the TV? Then he responds, haven't touched TV today. Then the dad responds, I left the volume at 19, not 21. And that's his reaction. Priceless. Okay, CU Roll, who tweets at Leo Brimston, also having a conversation with his dad. He says, Dad, I need a new shoe. My old one is torn. And his dad responds, send them to the shoemaker. In my time, we walked barefooted to school. Hashtag things my dad will say. This one from Dr. Erb, who tweets at Lord_Rick. Things my dad will say. I was the best student in math when I was in school. And his response, but I always throw trouble on you in my head. So what? Your dad really wasn't the best math student? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. And now let's get on to the tweets about Sodom and Gomorrah. This one from Kobe Ansa says, names have an effect. Why would you name your hood Sodom and Gomorrah? Why? Good question. Well, Mutumbo the poet says, John Mahama, I saw a video of some angry youth from Sodom and Gomorrah warning you not to step foot in Tamale. Please use Skype for campaign. Be interesting to see how that works out. Next tweet from Nana Ekia says, I think AMA are doing a good job by hashtag demolishing Sodom and Gomorrah. We don't want another hashtag June 3 disaster again. It's for our own good. And the final one is from Atoafol, and he tweets, the question of who owns the land, housing squatters of Sodom and Gomorrah in Accra should be settled once and for all. Slums don't work. So those are a few of your comments, what you're saying on Twitter using the hashtag things my dad will say and Sodom and Gomorrah.
Well, you know what's trending, Steve.
Do you know Jeremiah John?
Rawlings?
I didn't say Rawlings. I said Jeremiah John.
Well, when you say Jeremiah John, that's what comes to mind. Rawlings. You know.
JJ, it's his birthday.
Well, happy birthday to you, Jeremiah John Rawlings. Let's take our video of the day. The story of a 9-year-old schoolboy who went fishing with, I think, 10 other colleagues.
Oh my God.
He fell overboard and he drowned, basically. They went for help and it was too late to save him.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no one else could retrieve the body. They had to wait for one particular individual, a Rastaman. You see him out there. They had to appease the gods of the river to
Rastaman.
get his
I
body
hear
out.
he's the one with the experience. There.
He's the only one who could take the body out.
Let's go. They say we should go.
What, we need to appease the gods of our studio?
Yeah.
My name's Jennifer Jane Asante.